My name is Erin Spilsky, and I am presenting my Nursing Informatics Continuous Quality Improvement Project, also known as a CQI plan. This will look at my goal for decreasing my weekly spending on a food budget. The objective of this assignment is to create a YouTube video of my CQI plan. The requirements of this video presentation is to share the highlights of my CQI plan, the plan to do study activities and results, and share what I have personally learned from doing this CQI plan. The goal. My goal for my weekly food budget spending was to limit the cost by eating out only 2 times a week. I had one single team member who was my spouse, Fred. He is the one that I live with, my teammate and supporter of our finances, and teammate and supporter of this project, and he is also directly involved. This is my process map. I made a simple process map that shows the steps to making a decision of eating out rather than eating or cooking at home. As you can see, many factors contribute to eating out, and it is dependent on if there are ready-made meals in the fridge or meals available on the go. Otherwise, a lot of the times I ended up wanting to eat out. If it was our date night, that was one of the exceptions. It was a preference. This is my fishbone diagram. It identifies the main components of why I make the decisions to eat out. I have narrowed this down to my husband, family, friends, school, work, and preferences or motivation. My specific aim for the CQI project is to decrease the amount of eating out to twice a week maximum with a food budget of $125 a week. That specific aim was supposed to be a SMART aim. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, not simply just a goal. Measures for this are as follows. Our food budget in the next 2 weeks will not go over $250, and we will have enough meals prepared at home every day so that way we can eat a meal. Hopefully we can reduce monetary spending in a weekly period and eat more home-cooked meals. And later on, we will have to assess the effect of changing the routine, such as, or for example, am I losing time by studying, by planning all of the meals on Sunday? Is this going to stress me out more than eating out? Or will this be more effective? We shall see. For the change idea, in order to guarantee that I will be able to achieve my goal, my change idea originally was to just simply look up a food budget recipe online just to see if there was anything available, which I later on was successful. We would put a grocery plan every Sunday with that budget of $75 for that day, plan the meals for that week, and cook every Sunday to have fully stocked fridge of ready meals and leftovers. Also, we have to include the 2 meals together for an outing that is $25 or under for the 2 of us, just simply so that we don't go crazy. The plan. When I am a student, I'm working full-time, I tend to not want to plan my meals or pack my meals. Thus, my husband and I typically like to go out, and every day this is affecting our bank account. I identified that we were spending $550 every 2 weeks in food. 70% of that cost was eating out with my husband daily. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, that is 1/3 of the American dollar. For my preliminary data for the first 2 weeks, I utilized my fishbone diagram to tally up how many times my husband and preferences, school, family, work, and friends affected my decisions for eating out. As you can see, it was more so my husband and preferences. So that is how we originated our plan to just us 2. So we would, like I said, eating out twice a week only was the plan. We would shop every Sunday with a budget of $75. We saved our receipts. We tallied the times eating out each week on a log prior to that. And that is how I got the data. Hopefully, all the planning and scheduling later on will lead to a better time management and completion of activities. For the do phase, we did just that. We looked up $75 budget recipes online. I actually found $70 budget recipes online, so that was very helpful. That gave us about $5 to spend on something extra. We planned the meals and the leftovers every Sunday, scheduled 2 meals together for that week, and we tallied up our prices, receipts, and times eating out into a weekly log. Afterwards, we did have to study the change. We reviewed this plan and included any flaws at the end to determine if it needed revision. We decided that if we were not successful, the budget would reach above $250. So if we were successful, we'd stay under the budget. And we would also have enough meals to eat for that 15-day period. If we were not successful, we need to revise the plan and try again. However, as seen on the next graph, we ended up eating out a couple of times more on the 3rd week. But we were okay with that because of family events. We actually included 3 weeks for this ACT part, and the results were as follows. The first week, we stuck to our budget of $125. Same for the 2nd week. We were very disciplined and kept to the budget. Our 3rd week, we did go out a couple more times with our family and friends. These were, like I said, okay for us, and we decided not to review the plan, and this would typically probably happen once in a while. As for the reflection of this plan, I felt it was very successful. However, it almost felt like a sprint budget rather than a maintenance budget. I couldn't see myself doing this for a very long period of time, and I could see us falling out on this. But for the sake of being in school, I thought it was very successful, and it helps us to save the money on our budget. And just to simply reflect on the CQI process, it is a method widely appreciated by a lot of organizations and industries, especially healthcare. Because I am in the healthcare industry, I do realize that when a problem is identified there, especially certain elements such as quality, control, and improvement, they're all considered in a CQI plan. And it is an approach that builds upon traditional quality assurance methods. It's a process that is widely used in healthcare today, and if I need to do this in the future, I will utilize this process. These are my references, and I do thank you for listening and taking the time. Have a great day.